Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. And in today's mod, we're going to talk about laser weapons. This is called the Laser Silencer and Powerful Energy Weapons mod. So what this mod does is it has a silencer to laser weapons. So this is a laser rifle. It's currently silenced. It's not going to sound silent when you shoot it. That still sounds very much just as loud as it does. But as you can see there, at that end of that barrel, maybe not, you can't see it from that perspective very well, there's a big old suppressor on the end there. Obviously, we're going to have to test the effectiveness of this out. Does the suppressor suppress the gun in a way that makes it so people won't notice that you shoot, regardless of whether it makes noise or not, right? People have always argued since Fallout came out, right? Like, shouldn't a laser weapon be quieter, right? Like, shouldn't it be less noise? Shouldn't it, like, you know, be kind of silent as it is anyway? I mean, obviously it makes some noise from the gun, but like, you know, the shot shouldn't make as much noise. Maybe you can make that argument, I guess. But not only does this mod do that, add suppressors to laser weapons, as you see there with my current mods, there's also the ultra hypercharged capacitor. So this mod adds two new capacitors, like essentially receivers for laser weapons that make them even more powerful. But also, it adds an explosive gauss barrel and an explosive plasma barrel, which we'll also show off. We'll show those off right now because I got them. I'm ready. So this is my explosive gauss rifle. Okay. So what this does is it explodes when you hit it. Right. It's a big ass fucking explosion. That's fucking crazy. Right? That is amazing. I love everything about that. Right? And then we can also go here to my plasma gun, which is also shoots. It's like essentially just lobbing plasma grenades. And obviously, my frame rate, you probably can't tell, but like my frame rate does be tanking if I start spamming that thing. So let's take a look at some of these things here. Okay? So the plasma weapons, obviously the Gauss rifle already had a suppressor. You can't put the suppressor on with the explosive muzzle attachment, just to be clear too, right? So that the Gauss rifle doesn't get a suppressor, doesn't get a new barrel attachment or anything like that, right? I guess we should put the fully max damage explosive gun on here. Put a reflex sight on there too. But like the explosive muzzle, that's the new thing there. The plasma gun, right? Same thing. Overcharged capacitor, doesn't get new capacitors, but it's an explosive barrel. So rather than a sniper automatic, so it can't be an automatic explosive barrel, it just shoots explosive shots. Obviously, as you see here, compared to even something like the sniper barrel, which does exceptional damage according to the game's description, is not damage compared. It's like fucking practically zero damage compared to the power of the explosive barrel. Now, same thing here, same stocks, same sights, all that stuff's the same, right? If we get in here to my laser weapon, though, that's when we get the two new... Where'd my laser weapon go? Here it is. So, we have two capacitors here. So, obviously, you get the overcharge capacitor. At the, vanilla game point, this is as high as you get, 91 damage. Hypercharge, obviously, increases that damage by 15 to 106. Which also greatly increases ammo capacity, requires science for, and like a good amount of rare components and stuff. And then you have the ultra hypercharged capacitor, which increases the damage further from the hypercharged capacitor by 19. No, 29. I don't know math. 19, I want to say. Anyway, I'm not going to do the math, but also has vastly improved ammo capacity. So this also requires science for and even more rare materials, like 5 screws, 10 nuclear material, 10 gold, 16 fiberglass, 10 crystals, 12 circuitry, 12 adhesive. So it's a lot of shit. It really is. It's like a lot going on there. And obviously, you can make it automatic sniper or anything like that. We obviously are going to make it sniper because we're going to maximize that damage. 217 is a lot now, right? Definitely starts to compete with ballistic weapons, which is the problem that laser weapons have kind of always had, is like not being as powerful as ballistic options late game, right? And then you could obviously put your stocks and your scopes and stuff on here. I will put a short scope on there. Why not? We are going to kind of snipe with the weapon because we're going to be sneaky. So obviously, instead of the beam splitters, the beam focusers, the compensating lenses, we get a suppressor instead. Which does require science and gun nut because I guess you have to be good at guns because suppressor's a ballistic gun thing. And, a good amount of components there as well. So obviously, if you can, you want to make it ultra hypercharged. But even just like having that extra progression layer of making it hypercharged for a while, until you get enough components to get ultra hypercharged, right, would be a benefit. It still is a damage increase, right? And obviously the explosive plasma weapon and the explosive Gauss weapon. So we're going to test all these out in some combat, right? We're going to test to see if the suppressed laser gun is suppressed. We currently now have the sniper barrel on there, so it should... Let's see if I can find it. I got a lot of guns in my inventory, so it doesn't sound suppressed, right? That sound is exactly the same. The game has not added a new sound to compensate for the weapon is suppressed. But that 39 capacity is also extremely quite large with that overcharged capacitor. We're doing 200 something damage. Obviously, the 217 damage, this is with max out perks as well, just to mention, right? Like, so Just keep that in mind for damage and stuff. If you don't have maxed out like rifleman perk, you might not do the same amount of damage. It pales in comparison to these two, right? Which is, and I like that these two are different too. As you can see here, statistically, the Gauss rifle explosion probably actually does less damage than the plasma gun, but it does different types of damage. Like, so the Gauss rifle on explosive level does more physical damage, and then the explosive plasma weapon does more energy damage. Just an interesting thing, right? So we're gonna test all these out in some combat, and I will see you guys when we get there. Okay, everybody, loading up the Zombies Arena arcade mode. I don't think it matters too much where we go. We'll go to the Federal Surveillance Center first, because this will allow us to have a long enough range where shooting one person isn't going to hopefully let everybody know that we're here. My character's quite sneaky, so let's spawn in something, you know, tough-ish, let's gunners. Gunners are pretty tough, and we'll test to see if this is suppressed. Like, if we pick somebody off, does it let everybody else know? There's definitely somebody right here. Headshot should kill him in one shot. It's at 217 damage. It's a sneak attack. I am in caution, but not in danger. It's sketchy. Did one shot that legendary gunner as well, that extra damage, right? So it is seemingly working, right? These guys definitely don't know I'm here, right? I could shoot it off a bunch too, and there's people still in this building, and the hidden bar isn't moving. So like I was saying, the suppressor is working, it just doesn't sound suppressed. It'd be cool if you could like make a custom sound that was a suppressed laser noise. Obviously that guy just got fucking fried. I am in caution, right? Because people are noticing that their friends are dying, not because, I mean, you guys know probably because you saw suppressed guns in the game before. Shooting a suppressed gun does not guarantee no one knows you're there ever. It just means like you're much less likely to get noticed with every shot that you take. Now, where are these clowns at? Down there, right there. So we'll just line up 2 bat shots. Obviously, that's the way you'd want to use it. We're still one-shotting every one of these gunners. They're corporals. I even one-shot the legendary gunner, that over-hypercharged, whatever the fuck it's called. Ultra-hypercharged capacitor is doing the work. And that's the whole wave. Like, we just stealth our way through that whole situation with a laser weapon, which is wonderful. And like a very powerful single-shot laser weapon. So, now we're going to go someplace, you know, smaller where we can get some clusters, because I really want to get some clustered enemies. We're going to even maybe do some ghouls, and we're going to test out the explosive weapon. So obviously I think I'm going to start with the explosive plasma, just because I think that's going to be fun. We'll probably do multiple waves here to make sure that we thoroughly test the weapons. So that didn't quite hit, but that did. I mean, obviously I'm not going to aim here. I'm not even going to aim down the sight. I'm not even going to try that hard. I'm just going to do that. And then things should die, and they do, right? Now the thing about this one is that you have to be really concerned about killing yourself, so I'm gonna try to be careful not to, but you know, I'm not perfect, so, but you know, I'm trying to get them bundled up. I did kill 2 earlier. There was 2 in that back room. I bet you guys couldn't even tell, but there were 2. Like, yeah, you can, yeah, come around the corner. I mean, you could technically do this, like, fight me, count if you won't. And then he did, and then he died, right? Like, if you wanted to waste enough plasma ammunition to do that, you could just absolutely use that explosive radius and the rapidly spammed weapon to kill everything. You around that corner? You are. Now you're dead. Like I said, I backed up though. You got to be careful about that with these situations. Obviously, an extremely highly effective, crazy powerful weapon. Now the Gauss, which has a 20 round capacity, because I have increased its capacity. 20 explosive shots of actual fucking came to do damage, destruction. Right? Like, it's gonna be nuts. Banana nut. Now, if I kill myself here, that's on me. Obviously, like I said, the explosive weapons aren't suppressed, but good. Like, can you imagine how overpowered that would be? That ghoul is dead, right? It's absolutely fried. There's a big bundle, and now they're all dead. Like, obviously you could charge it up too, so it's doing even more damage than it says, because the Gauss rifle never shows its charge damage, which does increase. I believe it doubles up. And I bet this one, I mean, it's just, they're going to be in the bathroom here. I did hurt myself, see, just a little bit though, and I was like right on the edge of that. And you can see this one in particular, like that lightning effect, it's more like of a damage over time thing. I'm just going to hold this thing charged. I love the look of the fucking Gauss rifle in this game. I know some people hate on it because it doesn't look like the classic Gauss rifle from Fallout 3 and stuff and all that, but like this gun makes my brain happy. Where's the last ghoul at? Though. Just hold the charge. I went through. No, there's 3 right there. No, they're not. They don't exist anymore. Like, it's crazy good. It's a crazy good mod. It's not a very big mod either, though. I want to mention that. Like, it doesn't have an extremely large file size, and it does do some things that I think are good, right? Now, it is a little bit unfortunate, like I said, that the laser suppressor doesn't make the laser weapon sound suppressed. It should reduce the noise. That's the whole intention of the effect, right? Like, it makes the gun quieter so people don't hear it very much. But adding the extra receivers, the capacitors essentially, the hypercharged and the ultra hypercharged capacitor makes laser weapons a lot more effective late into the game. Also, these explosive receivers on both the Gauss rifle and plasma guns are some of the most fun you can have with the game. I mean, obviously it's extremely overpowered, but you just shoot things and then they fucking die. I love that. I'm about that, right? So, comes highly recommended for me. It does exactly what it says it does. It makes energy weapons more powerful. It allows you to silence laser weapons. And it's a pretty simple mod, but also a very effective and fun one to use. So, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is this something you're going to check out for yourselves? Is this going to make you use laser weapons? Maybe you never have before, but now you can because they're suppressed, or you're going to explosive Gauss everything to death. I might. I might literally go around the whole map, kill everything. If you guys want to check out this mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page and the Nexus mod page, so you can download this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.